competition in top fighters. This guy was handed the title. He's a paper champion. Actually, Constantine was the world champion. They stripped him of his title, and Arturo Gatti fought a guy who wasn't even known for the belt. And like I said, come June 25th, I'm gonna show the fans and the people around the world that I'm the best pound for pound fighter. Well, it really don't matter to me. He can bring the pressure. He can box. I'm a true champion. I'm willing to go to his turf in Atlantic City. I'm going to step on him. I'm going to crush him. Y'all can mark my word to this. I'm going to crush him. He's a C-plus fighter. I'm an A-plus fighter. Come Saturday night next week, all the fans tune in because I'm a dominant. They were so worried about things that was going on in my personal life. This guy is a hypocrite. Nobody speaks on his alcohol-related incidents, but they always want to speak on personal things that goes on in my life. Only thing I've tried to do is be the best in the sport of boxing.
The crowd can't fight the fight for me. Mayweather likes to hear himself talk, and you know, everybody makes mistakes in life. But the thing is, I never spoke about his mistakes in life. The only thing I know, he's trying to convince himself that he's gonna beat me. To me, he sounds like he's scared, he's terrified of me, and reality check is coming on Saturday night.
Floyd Money Mayweather is considered to be one of the best fighters to ever lace him up. A fighter who retired at 50-0. Statistically, the fighter who was hit the least throughout his career. The fighter who defeated more world champions than anybody else ever. He will go down in the Hall of Fame. But not just that. With success, it breeds hate. He's also one of the most hated boxers of all time.
I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla. I talk the most shit. I'm the most flashy.
A position of hate that Mayweather had a little too much fun with. You see, he embraced it a little too much where he had fun making fun of the fans that hated him, which bred more hate. He realized by making these fans hate him, he can get people to buy his pay-per-views because they were paying to see him lose. People were showing up to the fights, so he played a character which was built on hate. And ultimately, Mayweather would never lose, which would make the fans even hate him even harder. So much that these fans started talking about wife tales, stories made up, legends, that Mayweather was a fighter who always ran, always hugged opponents, no punching power, and was soft. Something you hear to this day when you talk about Mayweather with other people that don't know too much about boxing, who are casual fans, is these wife tales of him doing what I said. Let's enter one of the most iconic boxers of all time, one of the toughest fighters of all time, Arturo Thunder Gatti. Thunder Gatti was one of the most exciting fighters to ever exist, one of the toughest fighters ever, one of the toughest men in the world. The reason being is because he was Italian, Canadian Italian. Parents migrated to Canada at an early age. Then he was brought to the mean streets of New Jersey, where he became a boxer. He did very good in his amateur career, but decided to go pro at the tender age of 19. Arturo Gatti's career was pure chaos. Early on, he found out that he can punch, and he can punch very well, knocking out right away his first 5 opponents, putting the pressure and the power on. He became 29-1 at one point, 25 wins by knockout and 1 loss. A very dangerous fighter that would go forward, looking to knock you out at every time. He left his style from the amateurs to become a full-time knockout artist. Obviously, through his career, Gatti faced some adversity. He lost a few fights, a few close decisions and weird stoppages, and his legacy was ultimately cemented when he fought a fighter by the name of Irish Mickey Ward, one of the most dangerous fighters ever exist, one of the hardest punchers to ever exist. He has movies about him. He's knocked out so many guys and never was stopped. Irish Mickey Ward was as tough as they come. Massachusetts, powerful, pressure, relentless style with the iron, with the diamond chin, and no one could stop.
Floyd fought. Who's ever got you for Floyd? I'm like, no, y'all don't understand.
Mickey Ward.
It came at a time, I was only 15-0 when I fought Mickey Ward. At this time, Mickey Ward was like, he was stopping everybody. He was like the promising Irish guy that he was good. You know what I mean? And he had this liver body shot that he was stopping guys with. You know what I mean? So during the whole preparation and training, our whole thing was to, keep the elbows down to prepare for that body shot. And he got it through one time. He got it through in like...
He hit you in the kidney?
Oh, man.
How bad did that hurt?
I went to the corner. I sat down. My dad said, how you feel? I was just sitting there. I was looking at him. I said, he's like, what? Stop the fight.
Oh, you asked your dad to stop the fight?
Arturo Gatti goes on to fight this guy, not just once, but 3 times. 30 rounds of one of the most dangerous punchers ever. And they were some of the best fights that ever happened in history. Arturo never gave up. Ward never gave up. But Arturo beat Ward twice. Mickey Ward only won one fight. But up till then, we saw that Arturo Gatti had a heart of a lion. He was willing to die in the ring. He was willing to risk it all for a victory. And after beating Mickey Ward twice, he went on to have a somewhat successful career. Guys like Jesse James Lehea by knockout, Gianluca Branco defending his WBC lightweight title. It wasn't until an upcoming fighter named Floyd Mayweather Jr. challenged Arturo Thunder Gatti for the WBC lightweight title we finally saw him crack. A performance so devastating that shortly after this, Gatti retired. On June 25th, 2005, the fight finally happened. For months, after in pressers and interviews, Arturo Gatti was harassed by Floyd Mayweather about how he was a C+ fighter, he was hittable, he was a bad fighter, and Mayweather was gonna expose all this. Fight finally happened. Mayweather proved that he was steps ahead of Arturo Gatti, beating him to the punch every time, savagely beating him to the body, to the head. A brutal, cruel display, awesome display of boxing skills. The rough, the unbreakable Arturo Gatti in the 6th round finally said that he had enough and quit, letting down his fans, his trainer, and his family. This coming from the fighter that supposedly has no power, that hugs, that runs all the time. This is why I made this video. You see, Mayweather has a mindset to do whatever he wants. Mayweather that day punched like his Uncle Roger with no remorse. That is a mindset that Mayweather can tap into whenever he wants. It's all lies. That is why he's one of the greatest of all time. All he has to do is set his mind to one thing and he can do it. It just so happens that Mayweather's so ahead of everybody else that he never had to tap into this mindset again. But that day he wanted to prove a point. I believe these wife tales have got to go. This man is one of the greatest fighters of all time.